Welcome back to the south of Spain and to the Finca. Another beautiful day, as you can see probably behind me. Not a cloud in the blue sky, fabulous. Good for the solar, no good for working in. Already this morning we've had to clean the solar panels, which are just behind me. I don't know if you remember, a couple of days ago we had that horrible big sand cloud that covered everything, and it's left a thick coating on the panels. So yeah, we just cleaned them. You've got to do it early before they get too hot with the sun. So today we're going to be cracking on with the stable until it gets too hot. We'll keep doing a bit more on it, keep chipping away at it, and we're going to be planting out some more seeds, namely broccoli, cauliflower and sprouts, and we're going to sow them in the shade, in the cool, because they take about 4 or 5 months to grow, allegedly, and and obviously you want that kind of stuff in the winter, not in the summer. So if we plant them out in July, it'll be August, September, October, November, December. Hopefully we should be seeing some fruits, some fruition. We're also going to sow them again in August and again in September, and keep going until we find out which is the best time to do it, because we're new to this. And yeah, we're not, the broccoli's bolted, the cauliflower's starting to form some little ones now, but they don't look too healthy, and the sprouts look okay, not doing a lot, just growing taller. So yeah, first of all we're going to crack on with the stable anyway. If you remember, we left it with this centre post here, newly cemented and concreted in, with the braced into position. So I'm going to pop them off and see what we've got. Pretty good, that's pretty good, that'll do for me. Right, so we can get rid of the string now, get rid of that, get clear of the area, and look at getting our front support for the roof on. Interesting stuff. We're just working on the stable, and we just noticed a bit of a smell coming from the septic tank, which we've never noticed before. It's got a little valve there, but it's got a charcoal filter in it, which allows it to breathe and stops the smells. I've just took the cap off to have a look at what's going on. We found this massive wasp nest was inside the lid there. So yeah, so they've been evicted now, and hopefully things will return to normal. Right, okay, so we've cut our big lengths there. I've marked the height where we want the bottom of them. So I'm just going to clamp a bit of wood on in the right place, so we can rest them on top. We can rest this side on here, then the other end, use the clamp to get that level, and then mark the top of it, and we can cut them off then eventually to make our cutout for them. Right, so we've got them in place. They're only clamped at the minute, level. So what I'm going to do now is mark the posts at the top where they need to be cut off, because obviously we don't want to stick it up like that through the roof, it'll look a bit daft. So we're going to cut them level with the horizontal, and then we can start to think about getting cut them level, and then we've got to notch them out to sit the beam in. So first of all we'll get them all cut to the right length. So we're going to try reciprocating saw job, I think, up there. Yeah, let's do it. So we're working our way around them. 2 done, this is number 3, and then the ones on the back to do. Okay, as I was trying to explain the other day, the reason we didn't cut them before we sunk them in was because we didn't know how deep we were going to be able to get them where we fly. But you can see the difference in length with them. So yeah, so that was kind of work, didn't it? another crazy flyer. They're absolutely bonkers. They are. There's one of them. They act like they're 100. So now we've got the ones that are in the ground. We've got to notch them out like so to carry our beams that are going across, so the weight's transferred directly down and not held in by the sheer strength of the screws. Mark them up like that. We just cut this out, and that's where the beam's going to sit. Not so easy cutting them out up a ladder with a reciprocating saw, but we're doing all right. Just like that. Right, so we're all notched out. You can see how that's sat there now, so that all the weight is coming down through this post. So all we need to do next is a couple of screws through the back just to stop it moving. When the other joists are on, flies again. They'll be fixed to it as well, so the whole thing, the more you put in, it just gets stronger and stronger. So we'll get that done first, and then we're going to look at beefing the sides up a bit, because there's a bit of wobble in them, because you know what goats are like if they kick their way through it. The next thing, we're going to put a centrepiece down each one on both sides as well, because that side will go underneath here to help support this, and this will sort of stop that from being as boingy. We've got a paving sod underneath, no concrete, it'll just sit on that, and that should be good for forever. So what I'm going to do is draw a line on it where I want it, on the back where I want to cut it, like that, and we're going to cut it. Okay, so we're going to put a piece top and bottom now on these sides, just to give them a bit of rigidity. Unfortunately I've only got 3 pieces, so I can only do top and bottom of one and top of the other one. We'll have to get another piece of timber at some point. So again, put it in place, mark it, and we'll go cut it and screw it in. And yeah, we've done the back ones there, you can see that. I forgot about that. Getting carried away, so you're getting excited. So we're just going to stick that in there. That's what you call precision cutting, that. Doesn't even need a clamp. But I'm going to put a couple on it anyway. So all we do is just clamp it up to it, make sure it stays in the right place. And in there. And it's a bit bendy. One in there. And just screw it through from the back. And then we'll do another one on the bottom. We've done that side already, one piece on that side, another one on the bottom, and then the sides will be a lot more rigid. So the most part of the frame's done. I've just clamped one in, so you can see the little diagonals are going to go on the 2 corners of the thing, just to give it a bit more support. And then the roof rafters are going to go on joist rafters on the top like that. I've just laid one on there to give you an idea. Yeah, so fab. It's got to that time, it's too hot again now to be working outside in the full on sun without a cloud in the sky. So we're going to go and get some lunch, and then we're going to come back and look at getting our seedlings potted up.
You may remember that I pulled all our salads up last week because it had all bolted. In between times Andy had planted some more, which haven't been very successful. I think the reason being we put a lid on them to keep the soil moist. So obviously with the sun as hot as it is at the moment, the water just evaporates. But I think it was too hot for them. So out of all of those that we planted, we've just got 3 that have appeared. So I'm going to have another go. Never give up, as they say. I've just put some fresh compost in a fresh tray. I've moistened the soil already. I'm going to do a row of each and hope for the best.
And then while we're at it, we're going to sow the broccoli, the cauliflower and the sprouts again. We buy these seeds, they're from a Spanish company in Spain, they're based in Barcelona, and on the packets it gives you directions of when planting times, más o menos, and harvest times. So we planted these in February, sowed them in February, which is exactly what it says on the thing, February, March, April, May, June. They started off alright, but as soon as it started to get hot, they just bolted like crazy. The cauliflower and the sprouts are still hanging in there. They're not looking too bad. They've got potential, but the broccoli just bolted, and the flowers just didn't broccolize and just turned to flowers and died. So what we're going to try, because it takes 4 to 5 months. I think I said earlier that we want these for the winter more. So if we sow them in July, they'll go into the ground end of August, beginning of September, assuming we can keep them alive on this bench, mainly in the shade of the day. Then we should have a harvest in July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, November, December, which is kind of when you want them for your Christmas dinner, isn't it? Then we're going to keep sowing that every month. And we're going to be sowing a lot of things in September, but most things, I must admit, when we've sowed them according to the instructions on the packet, we've done all right with them, haven't we?
Yeah.
You know, we're eating them like lots of things now. It's just these 3 that have been a bit weird, but I mean they are, I don't know if they're cool weather crops or not, but it says definitely don't plant them in the winter, so we're going to do exactly the opposite of what the packet says this time, and see what we get. So there we are, they're all in the same tray. If we can get sort of 3 or 4 of each, that'll be plenty, because we're going to be succession planting these every month now, until we do find out when works. So excellent. So we're going to nurture them now and tend to them every day and look after them and love them. So out of the stuff we brought up yesterday, the chairs have gone to use already. We've got a nice little bistro table in the lower courtyard, which we actually used to sit there quite often, and then on the big table we now have 6 chairs, so we can have extra guests now and still be able to accommodate them. So they're all planted now and all being looked after. Like we said, we're going to be planting a lot of stuff in September. Apparently it's a good growing season, so we're totally new to all this, so with what we're eating at the moment, I don't think we've done too badly here, really.
Yeah,
we've got like loads and loads of stuff. It's just some things haven't worked, and it's obviously because of the heat. Yeah. So if we plant them where they'll grow through a cooler season, then logically they may do better. We'll see. We'll keep you posted, of course. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for today, I think.
It's a hot one again.
It's a hot one again. We've done a bit more to the stable. Every little helps. So hope you've enjoyed today's video, and thank you as always for watching. Thank you to all our new subscribers and existing ones, of course. And we'll catch you tomorrow.